Okay, good win. I thought we came out fast, started strong, all three phases really, and then I really like how the half ended, not giving them the ball back. That's a Hall of Fame quarterback. You never want to give him the ball back at the 2-minute. So some of those plays were critical. I think we ended with a field goal, and then I think they have the ball at the start of the second half. I think it was a 4th down stop, and then we go right down the field and score. I'm sure you saw his stat line. I think the quarterback was the best player on the planet today. So kudos to him. And we'll work tomorrow. They're going to get a little bit of rest, and they know the season starts now. What do we got?
Looked like, Kyler got hit really hard on that one play, and then comes right back and throws a couple dimes. Like, what do you think of that?
There's toughness, you know what I mean? I saw his helmet fly off 15 yards. It's not a good look when your quarterback gets hit like that. So I'm sure there's a miscommunication there, but so we got to do a better job there. But just talks about his resiliency and his playmaking, and his mental stamina, his competitive stamina, his mental toughness. Guy's a baller, man.
How did you feel with Rabbit stepping in that?
Yeah, I liked it. JT, he just had a little bit of an ankle on Thursday, and, with that, just didn't want him to try to push through it right now. But we feel really good about Rabbit. Stepped in, played good. I didn't see any miscommunication. I thought he made some plays out there, and he played well.
Speaking of the defense as a whole, that's 3 straight home games without a touchdown allowed. It just feels like is that a big part of it for you?
Yeah, it is. It's hard to communicate checks and things like that. And, defensive staff does a good job of different looks. And, our guys are rushing well and they're covering pretty good. So it's coordinated well. And they're married up well right now. But we got a lot to work on.
It seemed like Rodgers never really got comfortable very many times. I don't know if you were expecting that kind of quality defense, but what do you think?
Yeah, I thought they played well. When you come into a game like this and you prepare for a team, a quarterback of that caliber with the weapons that they have, you never know how it's kind of going to go. I thought they really stepped up. I liked the plan a lot. It was well executed, and a bunch of guys are making plays. And I thought our mode of play was on display, man. Like, we'll grade the tape hard, but there's not going to be a lot of loafs. Our guys are humming. They're hitting. The hitting is on display. When you do that, you'll give yourself a chance.
What's Kyler doing that's allowing him to play such a high level? What's Kyler doing that's allowing him to play such a high level?
I think he's doing what he's coached to do, and he's got guys around him making a lot of plays. I know that, which is good to see. So he doesn't have to do it all. But when he has the ball in his hands, as a defensive guy, anytime he gets the snap, you're hanging on to your and I thought he was lights out today.
Jets came in number 2 against the pass. Did you guys expect to be able to do what you did in the passing game against them?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I did. It starts with the guys up front. I thought they had a really good week. Again, I think the details of what we're doing in the passing game is getting better and better. Now, it might not show up week to week on a stat sheet, but I see what's going on in practice, and it's getting there. And I thought the passing game was a huge reason why we won the game today. Go ahead, Terry.
As a defensive guy, what is the challenge when you're facing a tight end with the athleticism that Trey McBride has? What did he do to oppose him?
He's a guy that can beat you on all 3 levels. Obviously, the catch and run on 3rd down was unbelievable. He's elite with the ball in his hands. I keep telling you guys this, and no one believes me. Like, the guy is elite with the ball in his hands. He can jump over you. He can break tackles. He can run by you. He can make you miss. And he's a big guy that runs really fast with good contact balance, and he's hard to bring down. So he's, from day one, the passing game, he's a guy that the passing game is going to go through. And he's executing. He's playing well right now.
With that team, with that play with Trey, it was 3rd and 7. He caught it at like 3 yards. To be able to spin and hurdle, what kind of emotion does that give a team?
Elite play. You saw our sideline when he made it. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a good job by Kyler because the ball wasn't really supposed to go to him the first read, and he reset his feet and went through his progression and threw it to him. It was a good job by them. They're playing tight man-to-man coverage. But you're one-on-one with the guy. You got to get him down on the ground, and he's hard to get on the ground.
A lot of coaches talk about 1 week at a time, stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Your guys repeat your words verbatim. But what What is the secret to getting them to literally
There's
embrace?
no secret. It speaks to the leadership in the locker room. What I say and what the coaches say, they take to it, and they know that that's what they need to do to give themselves a chance to win. So, whatever our record is right now, we're going to get a little bit of rest. But the most important thing we do is probably tomorrow, right? Because we're going to learn from this tape, and then they're going to get a little bit of rest, and then it's on to Seattle.
With those hurdles, is that something you guys teach or trainers at all? Just natural athleticism?
Trey.
What do you think of the shoulder touchdown pass to Marvin? Catch and throw.
Yeah, elite.
Passing game is going to get a lot of attention, rightfully so. But you talk about the rushing attack with the
Run game was
Kyler
good. Yeah.
touchdown.
I mean, Kyler, was electric with the ball in his hands. James Conner was really good today again. Obviously the offensive line makes it go. I like some of the schemes that we had up versus that hard front to run it against. But I thought that we pick and chose our spots, when to get downhill and when to attack the edge. And I thought Trey Benson played well too today. Now he was running tough in there.
What's funny clicking with him? It looks like, I guess, now his eyes and her feet are matching. Has he finally figured out?
He hasn't gotten a ton of touches, so he's doing a good job of improving his fundamentals and maximizing his touches. And I think what I see, what you just talked about, is in practice what's showing up to me as I sit behind the offense or the defense, he's getting more and more comfortable, with the timing of plays, whether it's gap schemes or pullers out in front of him, when to stick his foot in the ground, when to stretch it. Autry does a hell of a job with those guys. And there's a lot of it's not just like get the ball to the right and run. Like, there's a lot of detail with those guys. And he's really doing the little things really well right now. It starts in practice.
A lot of guys you can point out as having really good games, but Buddha always seems to show up and deliver with big plays throughout any game. How important is he down the
One of
stretch?
our elite players, man, and I know everyone sees what he does on Sundays. I see what the guy does on Monday through Saturdays, and like I said, you can't put a price tag on it. I mean, he's just a complete captain. I mean, he's a warrior, all the things that means. I'm so glad we have him.
What was Barron's impact today?
Yeah, I got to watch the tape. I thought he rushed well. I saw him bend the corner one time. It speaks volumes to him, his brain, which was one of the things that we knew about when we acquired him. He's smart. We're going to be able to expand his role. And I thought Rob did a really good job of getting him ready. That's not easy to do, especially how we play. There's a lot of things that he had to know for the snaps that was out there for. But he'll continue to grow, and he doesn't have a bye. He's going to be working with Rob too every day.
How confident are you that you're going to get Darius Robinson?
I'm very confident.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.
We'll have Kyler next. It should be.
So, what was your initial thought after your helmet came off and got drilled for?
I was kind of confused. At that point, you take a hit like that. I was standing up one moment, then I was on the ground the next moment. Happened pretty fast. But the next play, I was just ready to go. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I was on the ground and I felt the ball, rumbling around, and then, tried to, obviously at that point, trying to keep possession of the ball. So, I don't know, man. It happened so fast.
Have you been hit that hard at any point?
If I'm not looking, yeah, a couple times maybe, but no, I'm kind of glad it happened. Felt good.
You looked like you had almost a smirk after. Any extra fuel for you?
Yeah, it's just playing football like that's. I don't get hit too often, so it was kind of adrenaline rush that it was a physical, violent game. It's part of the game. I appreciate it.
What did it mean?
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, what did it mean to finish off that drive? That happens. They get excited for a play, but then you guys hit like 2 more plays in a row, and you're in the end zone.
Again, I think it's just taking it one play at a time, trying to execute what Drew calls the next time, and just being resilient as a group. I think that was. I don't know how my team took it. I don't know how the guys took it, but for me, just to continue to fight and continue to try to move the chains and go put the ball in the end zone. That was all my mind was on. I could care less about the hit. You know what I mean? So, the ultimate goal is to put the ball in the end zone that drive, and we did that, so it was good.
You completed 22-24 passes. What allowed you to be so consistent?
Guys did a hell of a job up front. My job just put the ball in their hands and let them do what they do. Try to get completions, and that's what I did today. I try to just keep it as simple as possible. And the guys, they made plays. They made plays for me all day, and it was great to go out there and feel the way we felt today. To be able to execute, felt like no matter what they did, we had a good day today offensively.
Is it possible for you to like Trey McBride more than you already did?
I think he's the best. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself or anything, or put any pressure on him. I know the work he's put in. I know what type of athlete he is, what type of player he is, and it's good to see people taking notice as to what he does each and every week. When the ball's in his hand.
Is there any part of you that wishes this wasn't the bye, with as well as you guys are playing?
No, I think it doesn't really affect me or what we got going. I think we continue to keep the main thing, and if anything, I think it gives us a little time to rest and come back ready to go.
You said the hit felt good. Could you just maybe explain a little what you meant by that?
I don't get the opportunity to get hit like that many times. I don't want to get hit like that many times, but it kind of just it juiced everybody up in a sense. And I'm glad nothing bad came out of it. So yeah, it was a good thing, I think.
The touchdown to Marv was a beautiful throw. It was beautiful execution. What did you see on that play?
In certain, usually in each play, there's a man beater. They went man. Fortunately, Marv was on that beater, and anytime I get an opportunity one-on-one Marv, I'm smiling in my head. Just hopefully I can put the ball where I want to put it. He wins and makes a catch, and that's what happened.
Speaking of putting the ball where you wanted it, you completed a franchise record 17 in a row at one point. Did you feel like you were hot, like with your placement of the ball? Is that a thing?
Again, just when it feels like that, it's just trying to keep it simple as possible. I try to do too much, and that's the best I can put it. Letting the game come to you, and taking it one play at a time. I really have no secret sauce for getting in the zone or making plays and stuff like that. It's just, again, trying to take one play at a time and execute what Drew calls.
As a stretch.
I told you, just the best I felt. Obviously the game being taken away from you, and being in a system like this, being the attention to detail. I say it all the time with Drew, the way he communicates it. There's no gray area. There's no. Like I said, we're on the same page. And year 2 being in the system, I just feel good seeing the game slow down. Obviously, it's my 6th year in the league. So I just continue, try to take it one day at a time and continue to play well.
Tyler, 4 straight wins. How would you describe the vibe or the feeling of this team going into the bye?
Not satisfied. Not satisfied. I think again, I told y'all last week. I feel like our record could be better than this. I feel like I expected to be here. I feel like the team expected to be here. So we just got to keep going. We got to keep going.
If you were addressing the team before you guys break up for the bye, what would your message be to everybody, from one guy to a bench guy? It doesn't matter.
I would say again, we can't let this sink in. We got to stay healthy. We got, I would say keep the game on your mind. I know the bye week can feel like a getaway, but I wouldn't get too far away from it. I know I'm not mentally. Just got to stay locked in and continue. I know we don't have a game this week, but football will be on my mind.
Would you advise the guys, hey, don't go to town, stay in town, please?
No, I mean, I think, if you do get away, you got to be smart and put the team first and understand, this is we do this for a living, So I know the guys are always on my mind, so, whatever I do, I put them first.
You smiled in your head, you said, for that touchdown to Marv. When you're as open as you are on your first rushing touchdown, is it the same thing going on in your head?
Yeah, it's schemed up. It worked the way we thought it would work. And if there's only a defensive end outside, I'm probably going to win that race. So it worked out.
Have you heard of a ref saying that they overturned a call because of a butt cheek?
What happened?
When
James Conner's butt cheek was down.
He announced that James Conner's butt cheek was down.
No, I know. That's I wanted him to. Selfishly, I wanted him to reach for that one, but it's all good.
What do you think of your defense?
Lights out. I'm super happy for those guys, the work that they put in each and every day. It doesn't go unnoticed. For them to come out here past 3 weeks and not to give up a touchdown is huge. So we got to keep it rolling as a unit.
Thanks, Kyler. Thanks, Kyler. Food is next.
That the defense has not allowed a touchdown in this stadium. All the losses you've had, the injuries and the replacements. What's happening with this unit? How are you doing that?
Yeah, we just control. We can control. We live through the process. I tell them, separations into preparation, how we prepare throughout the week. So, Monday, Tuesday, off day, even that day, recovery. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's when we work. And that's when we know what to do. On Sunday, we have fun, and we control what we can control, take one play at a time, alignment, assignment, key technique, and that's what we do. We're a tight-knit group. We all love each other, and it's definitely special to come out on the field and play with these guys.
On itself, when you guys get on a run like this?
I mean, of course it builds, but at the end of the day, each game is different. We understand anyone can be beat in this league, so we separate ourselves by the process that we go throughout the week. So, we flush this. We have a bye week. We rest, recover. Hopefully we get some guys back, and, off to Seattle.
So much mutual respect between you and Aaron Rodgers leading up to this game. To get your first sack in a long time against him, what's that for you?
Yeah, it felt special. It felt special. Nick called it on the perfect hash. He didn't really see me. So it was definitely something that I was waiting to get, and got that, and, we got off the field.
What would your message be to the entire team if you were to get up and address them before they go their separate ways, assuming they do? Would you advise them to stay in town? Would you say, don't screw up, or would you say anything specific to them?
I mean, we understand. We're professionals, so those guys understand, to stay safe, don't get in trouble. We got some young guys on the team. They understand. They got great heads on their shoulders. So, no, take a break from football if you want to take a break. Most importantly, rest and recover, and be ready for the next week. So, that's the goal, and we continue throughout the process, throughout the working weeks, and have fun on Sundays.
What did Rabbit add to the defense today?
He's flying around the ball today. Definitely something special. Of course, we miss JT. That's my dog, and Rabbit, he did a great job filling in, and we always were looking at each other in the communication. So it was definitely something special, and he did a great job. So very excited for his future.
Obviously, the win means the most, but what's it mean just to hit that 100 tackle season again?
Oh, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I just control what I can control. Don't pay attention to none of the stats. And, by the time, it's said and done, we'll see what it looks like. So just controlling what I can control is definitely cool to hit 100 tackles. And what is this, week 10? So, got a bye week, going to rest these shoulders. And, I'll be ready come the next week.
You guys want to take things day by day, but as you head into the bye, just what does it feel like to be in the position you guys are in first place and on this 4-game streak?
Yeah, honestly, not even paying attention to it. Doesn't matter at all. We talk about, when we come back, it's 0-0. It's a new season. So we're excited. We're excited for the process, and we're going to continue to take it day by day.
You said the season kind of starts now. Is that kind of how it feels, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. Just like you said, season starts now where it's 0-0, and we're going to control what we can control, take it one day at a time, and, when it's time to play Seattle, we'll be ready.
You talk about like the flip you guys make whenever it comes to the red zone. It seems like you guys have really tightened up in that area over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, just executing our job. Nick does a great job with the game plan, him and the coaches. We just execute our job, take it one play at a time, try to win first down, get them the second and pass, try to win third down, and, get some field goals or some turnovers.
What do you think?
Thank you guys.
Have a good one.